Hey everyone, it's Ani, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that affects almost all of us, even if we think we're living a pretty healthy life. Get this. Over 80% of adults believe they live a healthy lifestyle, yet most of them make at least 5 daily health mistakes without realizing it. That's a staggering statistic, right? It means that even with the best intentions, we might be unknowingly sabotaging our well-being with small, everyday habits that seem harmless but can add up over time, impacting our energy, our mood, and our long-term health. These aren't always the big, obvious things like smoking or never exercising. We're talking about the sneaky little habits, the ones that fly under the radar, often disguised as normal parts of our busy lives. Maybe it's how you start your morning, how you wind down at night, or even how you eat your meals. These subtle missteps can collectively prevent you from feeling your absolute best, leading to that nagging fatigue, brain fog, or just a general sense that you're not quite firing on all cylinders. The good news? Once you know what they are, they're often surprisingly easy to fix. So, are you ready to play detective with your own daily routine? Join me as I dive into the top 10 sneaky health mistakes you might be making, and see if you can spot them all. We'll break down each one, understand why it's a problem, and most importantly, I'll give you simple, actionable solutions you can start implementing today. By the end of this video, you'll be empowered with knowledge to make small tweaks that can lead to big improvements in your overall health and vitality. Let's get started. Alright, let's kick things off with our first sneaky health mistake: sitting too long. Many of us spend a significant portion of our day seated, whether it's at a computer, commuting, or relaxing in the evening. The problem is, even if you're diligent about hitting the gym, prolonged periods of sitting have their own independent risks that exercise alone might not fully counteract. It's often called the sitting disease for a reason. Our bodies are designed for movement. When we sit for extended durations, our metabolic rate plummets. This inactivity leads to a decrease in the enzymes responsible for burning fat, and your body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels can become impaired. Circulation also slows down, which isn't great for overall cardiovascular health. The current recommendation is to try and stand up or move around for a few minutes at least every 30 to 60 minutes. Just getting up, stretching, walking to get some water, or doing a few gentle movements can make a significant difference. By consciously incorporating more standing, stretching, and walking throughout your day, you're actively combating the negative effects of prolonged sedentary behavior and taking a big step towards better long-term health. Next up, let's talk about something many of us might not even consider a health habit: getting morning sunlight. Our bodies have an internal clock known as the circadian rhythm, which regulates our sleep-wake cycle, hormone release, and various other physiological processes. Morning sunlight is one of the most powerful cues for synchronizing this internal clock. When natural light, particularly the blue-rich light of the morning sun, hits our retinas, it sends a signal to a part of our brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. This light exposure helps to suppress the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, signaling to our body that it's time to be awake and alert. Aim for about 10 to 15 minutes of natural light exposure, ideally within the first hour or so of waking up. By making this small adjustment, you're giving your body a clear signal to start its day, which can lead to improved sleep quality, more stable energy levels, a brighter mood, and better overall hormonal balance. Let's move on to a habit that I suspect a lot of us are guilty of, especially in this hyper-connected world: doom scrolling, or just generally using screens right before bed. There are two main culprits at play here: the blue light emitted by our devices and the nature of the content we're consuming. Our smartphones, tablets, laptops, and even some TVs emit a significant amount of blue wavelength light. During the day, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, as it can boost alertness. However, in the evening, exposure to this blue light sends a confusing signal to our brains. It essentially tells our internal clock that it's still daytime, which suppresses the production of melatonin. Melatonin is crucial for regulating our sleep-wake cycle. Its levels naturally rise in the evening to prepare us for sleep. The result? You might find it much harder to fall asleep, tossing and turning for longer than usual. The most effective strategy is to create a screen-free buffer zone before bed. Aim to log off all devices at least 1 hour, ideally 90 minutes, before your intended bedtime. Use this time for relaxing activities like reading a physical book, journaling, meditating, taking a warm bath, or listening to calming music. Your sleep quality will thank you for it. Chapter 4: The Energy Thief, Chronic Dehydration. Our fourth sneaky health mistake is one that often goes unnoticed until it's quite pronounced: chronic mild dehydration. Water is fundamental to nearly every process in our bodies, from cellular function and nutrient transport to temperature regulation and organ performance. When we don't get enough, things start to run less efficiently. One of the first things to suffer when you're mildly dehydrated is your energy level. You might feel a persistent sense of fatigue or lethargy that you can't quite shake, even if you're getting enough sleep. This happens because dehydration can reduce blood volume, making your heart work harder to pump oxygen and nutrients to your cells, including your brain. The solution is pretty straightforward. Drink water consistently throughout the day. A good general guideline is to aim for around 8 glasses or 64 ounces or about 2 liters of water per day, but individual needs can vary based on activity level, climate, and overall health. Listen to your body and pay attention to the color of your urine. Pale yellow is a good indicator of proper hydration. Staying adequately hydrated is one of the simplest yet most impactful things you can do for your energy, focus, and overall well-being. Chapter 5: The Gut Neglector, Not Getting Enough Fiber. Let's talk about something crucial for our digestive health and so much more, yet often overlooked: fiber. Not getting enough fiber is our fifth sneaky health mistake, and it's incredibly common. Most people, even those trying to eat healthily, fall short of the recommended daily intake, which is around 25 grams for women and 38 grams for men. Fiber is essentially the indigestible part of plant foods. There are two main types: soluble and insoluble, and both are important. Soluble fiber dissolves in water to form a gel-like substance in your digestive tract. This helps to slow down digestion, which can lead to more stable blood sugar levels by moderating the absorption of glucose. Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, doesn't dissolve in water. It adds bulk to your stool and helps food pass more quickly through your stomach and intestines. Focus on incorporating more whole, unprocessed plant foods into every meal. Making these simple swaps can dramatically improve your fiber intake and support your overall health from the inside out. Chapter 6: The Mindless Muncher, Multitasking While Eating. Our sixth sneaky health mistake is one that modern life almost seems to encourage: multitasking while eating. How often do you find yourself eating lunch at your desk while answering emails, munching on dinner in front of the TV, or scrolling through your phone while grabbing a quick snack? This kind of mindless eating can lead to overeating, poor digestion, and a disconnect from our body's natural hunger and satiety cues. When your brain is focused on something else, work, a TV show, social media, it's not fully registering the act of eating. This means you're less likely to pay attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of your food, which are all part of the satisfaction of a meal. More importantly, your brain might miss the subtle signals from your stomach that indicate you're starting to feel full. The solution is to practice mindful eating. This means dedicating time to eat free from distractions. Focus solely on your food. By making mealtime a deliberate and focused activity, you'll not only enjoy your food more but also become more attuned to your body's hunger and fullness cues. This can lead to better portion control, improved digestion, and a greater sense of satisfaction from your meals. Moving on to mistake number 7, and it's a big one, especially as we age: avoiding strength training. Many people associate working out primarily with cardiovascular exercise like running or cycling, and while cardio is fantastic for heart health, neglecting strength or resistance training means you're missing out on a crucial component of overall fitness and long-term well-being. Muscle loss, a process called sarcopenia, naturally begins in our 30s and accelerates if we don't actively work to counteract it. Why is maintaining and even building muscle mass so important? Well, muscle is metabolically active tissue. This means it burns more calories at rest compared to fat tissue. So, the more muscle mass you have, the higher your resting metabolic rate, making it easier to manage your weight and maintain a healthy body composition. Beyond metabolism, strong muscles are essential for functional strength and daily activities. Strength training also plays a vital role in protecting our joints from injury by providing better support and stability. The general recommendation is to engage in strength training exercises that work all major muscle groups at least 2 to 3 times per week. The key is to challenge your muscles enough so that they adapt and grow stronger. Don't let the idea of strength training intimidate you. It's an investment in your future strength, mobility, and metabolic health. Chapter 8. The Stress Breather Breathing Incorrectly. Our 8th sneaky health mistake might surprise you because it's something we do constantly without thinking breathing. But how we breathe matters immensely, and many of us have fallen into a pattern of shallow, inefficient chest breathing, especially when we're stressed or busy. This type of breathing can actually exacerbate stress and anxiety, whereas learning to breathe correctly using our diaphragm can be a powerful tool for calm and well-being. Most of us, when we're not paying attention, tend to breathe using primarily the muscles in our chest and shoulders. This is known as thoracic or shallow chest breathing. The optimal way to breathe, especially for relaxation and overall health, is diaphragmatic breathing, also known as belly breathing. Practicing diaphragmatic breathing helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest system. It allows for a fuller exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, improving oxygen delivery to your tissues and brain, which can enhance focus and reduce fatigue. Start with just a few minutes each day, perhaps when you wake up, before bed, or during moments of stress. With practice, this more efficient and calming way of breathing can become your new default. Chapter 9. The Rhythm Wrecker: Inconsistent Sleep Times. We've talked about doom scrolling before bed, but our 9th sneaky mistake focuses on another critical aspect of sleep consistency. Many people focus on getting enough hours of sleep, which is definitely important, but they overlook the significance of when they go to bed and wake up. Having inconsistent sleep times, especially varying wildly between weekdays and weekends, can wreak havoc on your internal body clock, your hormones, and your overall recovery, even if you're technically getting enough sleep duration on some nights. This phenomenon is sometimes referred to as social jet lag. Your circadian rhythm governs the release of various hormones, including melatonin for sleep and cortisol for alertness and stress response. When your sleep-wake cycle is erratic, the timing of these hormone releases gets disrupted. This can mean you struggle to fall asleep on Sunday night because your body is still on its weekend schedule, leading to a tired and groggy Monday morning. The key to avoiding this rhythm wrecker is to establish and maintain a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, 7 days a week. Creating a relaxing wind-down routine before bed every night can also help signal to your body that it's time to sleep, reinforcing that consistent schedule. Your body will thank you for the predictability. Chapter 10. The Mind Ignorer: Neglecting Mental Hygiene. Finally, our 10th sneaky health mistake is one that often gets pushed to the bottom of the priority list, yet it underpins everything else: neglecting your mental hygiene. Ignoring chronic stress, unprocessed emotions, and mental strain can build up over time, creating significant tension in your body and profoundly impacting your physical health, including your immunity, digestion, and long-term resilience. Think of mental hygiene as the daily practices that support your mental health, much like physical hygiene supports your physical health. When we don't have healthy coping mechanisms or outlets for stress, it doesn't just disappear. It can manifest physically as headaches, muscle tension, digestive upset, fatigue, or even a weakened immune system, making you more susceptible to illnesses. The mind-body connection is incredibly powerful, and sustained mental stress puts a significant load on your physiological systems. So, what does practicing good mental hygiene actually look like? It involves incorporating regular activities that help you process emotions, reduce stress, and cultivate a sense of calm and well-being. This could include practices like journaling, meditation, mindfulness exercises, setting healthy boundaries, and making time for hobbies and activities that you genuinely enjoy. Just like you wouldn't go weeks without brushing your teeth, try to incorporate small acts of mental self-care into your daily or weekly routine. Prioritizing your mental hygiene isn't selfish. It's a fundamental aspect of overall health that allows you to show up as your best self in all areas of your life. Wow, we covered a lot today. Let's recap the 10 sneaky mistakes we discussed. Sitting too long, no morning sunlight, screens before bed, that doom scrolling, not enough water, low fiber intake, distracted eating, skipping strength training, poor breathing habits, inconsistent sleep schedules, and finally, mental health neglect. It's quite a list. And it's likely that at least a few of these resonated with you. They certainly do with me sometimes. The key takeaway here isn't to feel overwhelmed or guilty, but to feel empowered. Small changes can lead to big results. Awareness is your greatest health tool. Simply knowing about these common pitfalls is the first and most important step towards making positive adjustments. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Pick one or two of these areas that you feel you can realistically work on this week. Maybe it's setting a timer to stand up more often, or committing to that 10 minutes of morning sunlight. Every little bit counts, and these small wins build momentum for further positive changes. Now I'm really curious to hear from you. Which of these mistakes surprised you the most? Or which one do you think you're most guilty of? Drop a comment below. And be honest, sharing our experiences can help us all learn and feel less alone in this journey. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe for more smart health tips you can actually use. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time, stay sharp, stay healthy. Thanks for watching.